The Gambia Center for Victims of Human Rights Violations has launched a comprehensive two-day stakeholder training workshop designed to enhance awareness and strengthen collaboration among key actors in the Gambia's transitional justice process. The workshop, held at a local conference venue, centered on the African Union Transitional Justice Policy and the government white paper, with the overarching aim of promoting inclusive dialogue, deepening understanding, and fostering cooperative strategies for effective implementation. Participants included representatives from the media, civil society organizations, government agencies, international partners, and victim-led groups who gathered to exchange insights, share best practices, and develop coordinated approaches to advance the transitional justice agenda in the Gambia. Keba Jom, head of programs at the Center for Victims of Human Rights Violations, emphasized the critical role of stakeholder engagement in ensuring the success of transitional justice process.
And I wish to inform you that in April this year, the Victim Center signed a grant agreement with the Africa Transitional Justice Legacy Fund, ATGLF, which is based in Accra, Ghana, under the joint EU and African Union Initiative for Transitional Justice in Africa project, to the tune of 50,000 euros. The main objective of this one-year project is to popularize the African Union Transitional Justice Policy, which was launched by AU member states in 2019, as well as to popularize the government white paper on the TRRC recommendations. We all know TRRC had been here for 3 years. After they submitted their report, the government responded and came up with a government white paper and an implementation plan. So all this is part of the presentations that we are going to have for the next 2 days. Key project activities to popularize the AUTJP and government white paper include the summary, translation, and airing of the AUTJP into 4 local languages, Mandinka, Wolof, Fula, and Jola, that has already been accomplished. We've summarized the document, translated it into Mandinka, Wolof, Fula, and Jola, and it's recorded. So these recordings will be aired at 20 radio stations across the country. And we had a TOT for the staff at the beginning of the month. And today we are training 25 stakeholders on the AUTJP and the government white paper.
Chairperson of the Association of Non-Governmental Organizations, Yadi Konjai, underscored the complexity and sensitivity involved in rebuilding public trust, healing societal wounds, and preventing recurrence of human rights abuses. She called on stakeholders to adopt a deliberate, strategic, and principled approach to transitional justice.
This training is particularly important as it is a space to reflect deeply on how we as a nation confront our past, respond to the pain of victims, and build the foundation for a just, peaceful, and inclusive future.
The European Union Deputy Head of Mission to the Gambia, speaking at the workshop's opening session, reaffirmed the EU's steadfast commitment to supporting the Gambia's transitional justice initiatives.
The workshop, as you very rightly well explained, is indeed part of a broader continental project. The European Union support for transitional justice in Africa that accompanies the African Union Transitional Justice Policy, as you mentioned, adopted in 2019, and its roadmap adopted in May 2020. A very important aspect of the project is indeed the aim of enhancing citizen engagement and to reinforce the rule of law and respect for human rights through strategic partnerships with African Union organs, regional economic communities, national governments, and civil society.
This workshop forms part of the Center's ongoing efforts to promote broad-based participation and deepen understanding of the African Union Transitional Justice Policy and the government white paper, thereby facilitating collaborative implementation of transitional justice measures. Reporting for Kerfatu, I am Buba Gajigo.